Hi guys, it's Jessie Holton here, your Stampin' Up demonstrator for Australia, jessieholton.com. I just thought I would jump on and quickly show you guys these cute little tea bag holders that I was going to make recently for a blog hop, but due to my teething baby, I wasn't able to get those done in time. So these are actually the treats that I'm going to give out for the parents that bring their kids around on Halloween. And they're really simple to put together. So, and they hold 2 little tea bags inside. And I've just dressed it up with a little bit of washi tape because it really is very simple. So I've got the Spooky Cat stamp set here. It's got some really sweet little bits and pieces in it. I'm going to be using this designer series paper from the Spooky Night, I think it's called. Let's have a look. Spooky Night Suite. So this is the designer series paper down here, and it is 12 by 12, but I've already cut up all of my other bits, so I just saved 4, which happens to be 6 by 6, to show you guys a little demonstration. But the page does come 12 by 12. So I'm going to be using the owl. And he fits pretty snugly on the C block. You can put him on a D block or even the H block, depending on what you've got on hand. And I'm just going to pop a foam mat underneath. Now, you can get the paper piercing mat from Stampin' Up. I actually just use, this is from my colour caddy, not the colour caddy, the clear block caddy. And I prefer to stamp on that. So I've got some Sahara Sand ink. And I'm going to turn my paper around the right way. I suppose you could do it either way really, couldn't you? And I'm just going to pop my little owl he was a bit too far over, wasn't he? Just put him on the edge of that branch there. And I've got my stamping scrub here. If you guys haven't seen a stamping scrub before, like, this has got to be my favourite product from Stampin' Up. You get your dirty stamp, you go scrub on this side that you've already put a couple of drops of water and some stamping mist. You just 1 or 2 sprays of that. I've had this bottle of stamping mist, it lasted me about 18 months, almost 2 years before I had to refill it. So you rub on the wet side, rub on the dry side. Your stamp is clean, dry. You can put it in a different colour or put it away. You've got to get a stamping scrub if you don't have one. They are amazing. No oil or fluff left over from wet wipes. It's, you know, just too easy. Makes life easy. And we all need things that make life easy, don't we? So I'm going to put my little owl away, and just above the owl is this funny looking little stamp here. This little triangle one. It's actually the nose and the feet, or the beak and the feet for the owl. So I'm going to do that in pumpkin pie to match the orange that's in the paper. Now, I'll start again so you guys can see. When you're inking up, and especially something like this, where you're doing 2 or 3 steps to your stamping, you don't want to get smudges and things. Sorry guys, got a phone call. So the best way to ink up is just really, really lightly. And you just literally, you can see the nose, the beak and the feet touching there. And that's all you need. So you can see the colour is on the stamp, but I don't have any colour on the rest of the stamp or on the block at all. It's just on those ridges that are actually the bits that we actually want to touch the paper. And if you ink up really lightly like that, then it doesn't matter if you accidentally roll the stamp or anything like that. You're not going to get as much chance for error. So I'm just going to line that up and re-ink. I'm not lining these up very well, am I? That one's better. You can use, I inked that one a bit too much. You can use the Stampin' to help you line up, but I'm not patient enough for that. And because they're polymer, you can see through them to be able to line them up pretty well. So the next step is this little one with the eyes and the happy Halloween. Now, I don't really like the black around the eyes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to create two stamps. So I've got the eyes on one and the sentiment on the other. And if you wanted to use those together, you could line up the cut and put it on your block and stamp away, and it would just be the same as if you'd never touched it. But I'm going to save myself a lot of time with washi, you know, trying to mask off those eyes. And I think that sentiment is really cute. I'm going to use that a lot on its own. And I'm going to do that in black. So now I can just go ahead and put that on my owl's tummy. Okay, so that's basically it for the stamping. Put my inks away, and I'm going to get out my trimmer. Now I've been making these in bulk because, you know, I'm expecting lots of parents to come around with their kids on Halloween. But I'll just make one of these for you guys. So how I did it, I've got some pumpkin pie. Let's do a different colour. What do you reckon would look good? Got some purple here. What's that one? I think that is the Perfect Plum. I reckon that will look really good, actually. Orange and purple for Halloween. That's a good mix, isn't it? So these little squares are 3 inches, and my tea bag fits on there really nicely. So what I want to do is just leave myself a little bit of room on it so that I can glue down the sides. So I've done this at 3.5 inches. That's Ryan in the background. He thinks he's pretty funny. Alright, so 3.5 inches Alright, and then I'm going to put my cutting edge down the bottom, and I'm going to use my scoring tool. So this hopefully is 21 centimeters, because it's a bit short because I've used the wrong edge of the A4 page, but that's alright. So normally if you're using a slice from the A4 page, it would be half would be 10.5, but because I seem to have used a piece that's already had an edge cut off it, because, you know, we're flying by the seam of our pants on live video, 10.5 would be half of 21, 20.5 would be 10 and 2.5. So I'm just going to do that instead. Alright, so that's our halfway mark. So then we want to put that on the 3.5 inch, because we want an even border for around our square. So I'm going to put the score from the middle on the 3.5 inch. And then that's going to be like our little matchbook end that we'll fold up at the bottom. So I'm going to do that the same on this side. Ryan's singing the song of his people in the background. Okay. So then we just fold in these two ends. I'm going to put a tiny little bit of glue. What are you doing? He thinks he's pretty cute. Alright, so that should hold. And fold it in the middle. I'm just going to check whether one side is... I always end up with one side longer than the other. I don't know how I managed to do that. But anyway. I'm going to stick my little owl on here. And that is basically it. I did put a little bit of washi tape on the other one. Because, you know, I just thought it was a bit plain. So, you know, you can... put a bit there and put a bit there. You could put a bit on the inside if you wanted. Stick your little tea bags in there. That Tombow glue is really strong, by the way. And, you know, should keep your little tea bag safe in there. If you wanted, you could, you know, make these bits longer. If you used a 12 by 12 inch cardstock, you could make these ones come up a little bit longer. But, you know, I think that's pretty cute. Just a little present for the adults to say, you know, good job on taking all your kids around, collecting everyone's chocolates for the kids. So that's it. That's my little double tea bag holder, very simple matchbook style. And those measurements again are just a 3 by 3 inch square of DSP and a 3.5 inch square for the front. So scored in the middle, or 21.5 centimeters for the A4 cardstock. If you score that in the middle at 10.5 and then put the middle line on 3.5 inches, score the two ends, fold them up, glue them, decorate. You could put some diamantes on here, or, you know, tie a little bit of ribbon around it. You could put maybe little packs of M&Ms or Smarties or something inside if you wanted to do it for the kids rather than the adults. But anyway, that's it. I hope that you have enjoyed my little tea bag holder here and enjoyed seeing me cut my stamps in half and enjoyed Brian's little song in the background. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying your long weekend here in Australia, or here in Victoria anyway. I was probably not around Australia for the AFL grand final weekend. And, you know, get your craft on. Let your hubby watch some TV and get your craft on. Have a great weekend, everyone. This is Jessie Holton, your Stamping Up demonstrator for Australia, jessieholton.com. Make sure that you sign up for my newsletter, subscribe to my YouTube channel, don't miss out on any of my promos, clubs or classes. I'm going to have a whole heap of new classes coming up shortly, so definitely... I'm scared you, Donna Gray. Well, there you go, there's a little Halloween treat for you. I'm scaring you with my Halloween treats by cutting my stamps. Anyway, I will chat to you guys soon. Take care.